Alright, let's check Wednesday's daily math. The first question asks you the place value of the 9 in the number 914,385. So here's the digit 9. I need to find the place value. So if I start with my smallest place value, it'll be ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and the 9 is in the 100,000s. It has a value of 900,000. Next we have the place value of the 7 in the number 78,180. Here's the digit 7. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and the 7 is in the 10,000s. So that has a value of 70,000. 6,399 is greater than, less than, or equal to 2,911. If I look at my largest place value, I have 6,000 and I have 2,000. I know 6,000 is more than 2,000, so the answer is greater than. 6,399 is greater than 2,911. Next, 763 is greater than, less than, or equal to 736. If I look at my greatest place value, I have 700s. 700s again, so I go to the next largest place value, which would be my tens. I have 6 tens and I have 3 tens. 6 is more than 3, so 763 is greater than 736. Next, I have to write the number 12,052 in expanded form. So I'm going to write the value of each digit. I have 1 in the 10,000s place value. So 10,000 plus, I have 2 in the thousands place value, so 2,000. I have 0 hundreds, so I can either write plus 0 just to hold my place, but I don't have to. That's not necessary. Then I have 5 tens, so that would have a value of 50, plus 2 ones. I told you that you could write the 0 in the hundreds place value just to hold your spot. If you didn't and you answered 10,000 plus 2,000, you just skipped the hundreds because you have 0 there. That's fine. You would go on plus 50 plus 2. Either one of those are correct. Next, you're finding the sum of 7,988 plus 3,566. 8 plus 6. I know that 6 plus 8 is 14, so I'm going to write my 4, regroup the 1. 8 plus 6 again is 14, plus 1 more is 15. I'm writing the 5 and regrouping the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Write the 5, regroup the 1. 7 and 3 makes 10, plus 1 more is 11. My answer is 11,554. Next, we're finding the difference, which is going to be finding the answer to the subtraction problem. 7,453 minus 1,877. And if I have 3 And I can't take 7 away from that without it being a negative number. So I'm going to have to do some regrouping. I'm going to borrow or regroup from the tens place value. So that leaves me with 4 tens. And I'm going to add those 10 ones over in my ones place. So that makes 13. 13 minus 7 is 6. Now I have 4 minus 7. Once again, I can't do that. I'm going to have to come get one of my hundreds. And if I make hundreds back into tens, I know it takes 10 tens to make 100. So I'm going to add those 10 tens back here. 14 minus 7 is 7. Now I have 3 minus 8. Once again, I can't do that. I'm going to have to come and take one of my thousands. I know 1,000 is the same as 10 hundreds, so that will make 13 hundreds. 13 minus 8 equals 5. And then 6 minus 1 equals 5. My answer is 5,576. Next, I'm doing some more multiplication. This time, I noticed that I have sevens. 7 times 6, 7 times 8, 7 times 12, 7 times 9, 7 times 7. I'm going to use a little different strategy here. I'm going to start with my fives. I know 7 times 5 is 35 if I count by fives 7 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 35 gets me 5 sevens. Now to get 7 times 6, I'm going to need 7 more. So 35 plus 5 gets me 40. I need 2 more, that's 42. So 7 times 6 equals 42. So now I need to count 7 more. I know that 2 plus 7 is 9. So 7 times 7 equals 49. Now I need 8 sevens. So 49 plus 7 is going to get me 56. 7 times 8 equals 56. Now I need 9 sevens. 56 plus 7 more is going to get me 63. And 7 times 9 equals 63. I could keep going and add 10 more. That gets me 70. 10 more than that would be 77. 7 times 11 is 77. Now I need 7 more than that. So I would need to count 7 more. And that's going to be 84. 7 times 12 equals 84. Now I'm finding the quotient. I'm dividing by 8 this time. So 64 divided by 8 equals something. If I write that as multiplication, 8 times what number is going to get me 64? I know that sorry, I apologize for the glitch there. I know 8 times 8 equals 64. So 64 divided by 8 equals 8. Next we have 32 divided by 8. So 8 times what number equals 32? And I know that 8 times 4 is 32. So 32 divided by 8 equals 4. Next we have 88 divided by 8. So if I think about that as multiplication, 8 times what equals 88? And I know that's 11. So my answer is 11. 96 divided by 8. If I think about that as multiplication, 8 times what number equals 96? And my answer is 12. 8 times 12 equals 96. Last one, 48 divided by 8. So 8 times what number equals 48? And I know 6 times 8 is 48. So 8 times 6 also equals 48. My answer is 6. This time we have to fill in the blank. We've got a missing part of our multiplication sentence. 5,000 times what equals 50,000? I'm looking for 5 times something to get 5. I'm ignoring the zeros right now. 5 times what equals 5? I know 5 times 1 equals 5. So now I can take care of my zeros. In 5,000 I have 3 zeros. Then in my product, 50,000, I have 4 zeros. So I'm going to need to put 1 0 so that I have the same number of zeros on each side. 3 zeros in 5,000, 1 0 in the number 10 gets me 4 zeros on this side of my equation, and I have 4 zeros in my product. I can check that by thinking, if I have 5,000 and I get 10 times bigger, that moves one place value larger to the 10,000s, and that equals 50,000. So I know my answer is correct. The answer is 10. Right, same thing on the next one. What number times 50 equals 500? So I'm looking for what times 5 equals 5. I know that's going to be 1 because 1 times 5 equals 5. Now if I look at my zeros, let me change colors. That might make it a little easier to see. I have 1 0 and I have 2 zeros on this side. So I'm going to need 1 0 here so that I have the same number. 10 times 50 equals 500. I know that's correct because if I start with 50 and I get 10 times bigger, that moves my 5 from the tens place to the hundreds place. My answer is 500. And the last one, 5 times what equals 50? We all know that one. 5 times 10 equals 50. That's the same thing. If I start with 5 ones and I get 10 times bigger, then my answer would move over to the tens place value. So 5 times 10 is 50.